Hello, hello. It is Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. I gotta get my headphones here. And tonight we're talking about Pettigrain. So I'm gonna give it a second, see if some people want to jump on with me. So I'm not just talking to myself. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start. If you're watching the recording, just go back to the beginning, but you haven't missed much yet. So I am Tamara with Our Big Oily Family, and thanks so much for being here tonight. This is our A to Z series of essential oils, and tonight we are up to Pettigrain. So, as usual, I start with the Emotions and Essential Oil book. And Pettigrain is the oil of ancestry. So it invokes a deep appreciation for positive forms of ancestral knowledge, wisdom, and family history. All individuals carry a portion of their ancestors' lives and stories within them, physically, emotionally, and through inherited traits and traditions. Pettigrain illuminates the eternal connection to all previous generations that weaves its way through the present generation and on to the next. It reminds individuals that it was by their ancestors' sacrifice that they have the opportunity to experience this life. Pettigrain invites individuals to choose to honor the good that was inherited from their family, and also make the path lighter for those who follow. In this way, Pettigrain is also a great aid in healing a complicated family history. It invites individuals to accept the humanness of their ancestors and seek to learn from their mistakes. Instead of avoiding the pain of the past, Pettigrain encourages thoughtful awareness of how to heal wounds in the family line. It reveals patterns and tendencies of unconsciously repeating family mistakes. Individuals in need of Pettigrain may be unable or unwilling to depart from their family's way of thinking. Instead, they follow in the footsteps of their predecessors and ancestral traditions. Or they feel too bound to a family story they wish to disown and desire to disconnect from the reality of the previous generations. For either extreme, Pettigrain invites healthy awareness and balance. It encourages those who view any departure from tradition as a betrayal of the family to release the fear of disapproval and forge the path that is right for them. It also reminds those who desire to disconnect from their family origins to be willing to see the positives of healthy family connection. Pettigrain invites all to see the gift of their ancestral traditions and will assist them in their efforts to heal unfinished and unresolved ancestral issues. It reminds individuals that through accepting their ancestry, they can find peace, clarity, wisdom, and empathy for their own journey through this life. So the negative emotions it can help address are disowning ancestry, repeating negative family patterns, duty-bound, loyalty to unhealthy traditions, and dishonoring progenitors. I have never seen that word before. Positive properties then that it can help bring about would be pioneering, chain breaking, cultivating healthy traditions, embracing positive family connections. So the companion oils, and the companion oils are the ones that you could choose to use if you didn't have Pettigrain, would be white fir, which, since that's not available anymore, Siberian fir would be a great substitute, birch, Douglas fir, and bergamot. All right, let me get the rest of my notes up here. So, Pettigrain is from the bitter orange tree, and there's actually 3 different essential oils that come from this tree. It has, so let's see, Pettigrain is distilled from the leaves and the twigs of the tree. Neroli, which just came out at convention, it's in a touch roller, which is fabulous, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago. That's distilled from the blossoms of the tree, and then bitter orange oil is produced from cold pressing the rind. So Pettigrain is widely used in the perfume industry because it's got a super fresh, herbaceous, I think it's really kind of like a green aroma that's really popular for both men and women. It is sourced from Paraguay, and at the end of this, when the replay is up, in the comments below, I have a sourcing video that you can see where it's sourced from and how they distill it and things. So it's sourced from Paraguay through our Co-Impact Sourcing Initiative. doTERRA is able to support needed rural community development projects and provide diversified income for small-scale farmers, which is what the Co-Impact Sourcing is all about. It's such a wonderful way for us to get the best product and also to provide help and much needed resources to the farmers and the growers that are getting the product for us. So by doing this, doTERRA helps to provide an economically viable alternative to clear-cutting land, which is dramatically helping to protect the remaining patches of the Atlantic rainforest in eastern Paraguay, which is really nice. So Pettigrain is also called the man's, quote unquote, man's lavender because it's got a lot of the similar properties to lavender without having that floral aroma. It's got more of a fresh green aroma. And actually today I diffused 3 drops of Citrus Bliss and 3 drops of Pettigrain together, and it smelled really good. I really liked the aromatic mix of that. So you can use Pettigrain all 3 ways. You can use it aromatically, which is either in your diffuser or just opening the bottle. You can use it topically, which is applying it to your skin. You do want to use a little bit of a carrier oil. Any vegetable oil is great when you apply it topically. It helps it to absorb better, can be put over a bigger area, and it lessens the evaporation of the essential oil. And then you can also take it internally. The main chemical constituents are linalool acetate, linalool, and alpha terpenol. It blends well with citrus oils, and so Citrus Bliss was a really good combo this morning, but it also blends really well with cinnamon, cassia, eucalyptus, geranium, and lemongrass. So I'm going to have to try it with those because I think it smells really good. So Pettigrain can really help with a lot of things. It can help with everything from calming you down to helping to stabilize your, to have a good blood pressure response. So it's really excellent for supporting your nervous system due to its ability to help ease feelings of tension and anxious feelings, feelings of stress and anger, fear, and feeling depressed. It assists with calming the brain of anxiousness and eases feelings of tension, therefore creating kind of like a sense of peace and happiness, which, you know, there's so much tension and stress in this world that's like super beneficial. So it really helps with supporting a healthy immune system, as helping to reduce stress and anxious feelings is really a big part of your immune system running well. If you think about that, when you're stressed and you're anxious, you know, your stomach kind of goes around and around, and it just really affects your immune system by concentrating all the effort on like trying to relieve your stomach symptoms, so to speak. And so by relieving those and being less stressed and less anxious and less nervous and way less tension and stuff, that really helps your immune system run better. So stress responses in our body increase the strain upon the immune system by raising your blood pressure and causing an increased heart rate. When you use Pettigrain, the stress levels are significantly decreased and the immune cells are actually raised to normal levels again. So Pettigrain can also help to support healthy blood pressure levels and cardiovascular function. It helps bring about healthy blood pressure levels with its ability to dilate the arteries and blood vessels. It acts as an antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress and decreases emotional stress, which in turn then can lower the body's stress levels and helps decrease anxious feelings. The emotional benefits of Pettigrain can help improve our breathing. It can help you feel less depressed and helps alleviate any nervous and anxious feelings, which really can help to, you know, calm and ease a stressed out nervous system that you might have, which can be the cause for having, you know, maybe a little bit of an elevated blood pressure going on. So it's really also good for helping with the reduction of the appearance of skin imperfections. It helps to maintain moisture and oil balance of the skin, which makes it awesome for using with any skin types. If you've got oily skin or dry skin or kind of combination skin or whatever, it's great for that because it helps to balance out the moisture and the oil. So along that note, it would be really good to add to your shampoo, just kind of like you can add Melaleuca to your shampoo. If you had a couple of drops, put it in there. It can really help to those little dry flakies that you can get during the winter time, or if you have a little too much oil going on in your hair, it can really help to kind of even that out. So it's great for also any sort of blemishes, any acne and pimples that you might have. Helps to control any abnormal sweating, dryness, and cracking of the skin. So to refer to the sweating, it'd be a great addition for your deodorant. So whether you use it by itself or if you make your own deodorant, that would be a great essential oil to choose for that. It also helps promote the regeneration of skin cells and helps with the elasticity of your skin. So you could use it with your oil cleansing method, or if you're using your moisturizer afterwards, that would be a really good way to use it. So like I said, today I was diffusing Citrus Bliss 3 drops and 3 drops of Pettigrain in the diffuser, and I thought it smelled super good. So I have 10 different ways that you can use it then. And if you're watching the replay, I'll post the sourcing video in the comments, so be sure to look for that. And then I'll post these, I'll post all 10 of these in the comments also, just so you don't have to write them down. So combine 3 drops of Pettigrain and 2 drops of ylang ylang and 4 drops of sandalwood in a base of coconut oil, or you can add it to your favorite facial moisturizer and then apply that to your skin nightly. That'll really help to reduce the appearance of blemishes and kind of even out the moisture and the oil in your skin. You can soothe sensitive skin by applying 2 drops of Pettigrain and 2 drops of geranium in whatever carrier oil you like to use on your skin, and then you can apply that over your face at night to relieve and soothe any sensitive skin areas you might have. For an emotional relief bath, you can take 4 drops of Pettigrain and 2 drops of ylang ylang, and you could mix that in a cup of Epsom salts together and kind of mix it up and then add it to your water, or you can also use whole milk and put the essential oils in the whole milk that attaches to the fats in that, and then put that in your water. So to help you have a really good night's sleep, you could add 4 drops of Pettigrain and 4 drops of lavender to your diffuser. Really, with that calming aspect to it, and because lavender also has those same properties, right, to kind of calm and relax you, that would be a super nice combination. So to help with a healthy blood pressure response, you could mix 3 drops of Pettigrain and 2 drops of ylang ylang in whatever carrier oil you want to use, and then you can apply it over your heart in a circular motion. You could use it daily to kind of get those long-term benefits from it. And then it says manly lavender. If your man doesn't like the smell of lavender, but you would like to enjoy the benefits, you can simply substitute Pettigrain, which is super nice because it's not a floral aroma at all. It is, I don't know, I think it's really fresh and green to me. It smells like a green sort of aroma. The chemistry is very similar to lavender, but it just doesn't have that flower, essence, so to speak. Natural deodorant. So you can apply Pettigrain with the carrier oil to your underarms to help reduce any excessive perspiration, and it also helps to reduce odor. If you have a little too much oil in your hair, you can apply 2 drops of Pettigrain and 2 drops of basil to your shampoo, and that'll help to really balance the oil production of your scalp. Citrus Blossom Diffuser Blend. Then here's a diffuser blend. You can combine 3 drops of Pettigrain, 3 drops of tangerine or wild orange, whichever one you have, 2 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of lime, and 2 drops of lavender. And then you can put that in your diffuser and let it go. That sounds really good. I may do that tomorrow. And then there's a Refresh and Get Grounded diffuser blend, and that one has Balance and Pettigrain and eucalyptus. So there's some ideas for you. That is all that I have today. I will post all those things in the comments. Let me see. Comments of the replay. Let me see if there are any comments. Hey, Susan. How are you tonight? Okay. Well, I don't see anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up. And if you have used Pettigrain for some other use that you found, or you got a diffuser recipe that you've used it in, please post that in the comments of the replay so that we can all learn from it. And next week then we are up to Purify, which is the cleansing blend, I believe. Is Purify the cleansing blend? Let me look. Oh, I didn't go far enough back. Yes, it is. Ha, I was right that time. The generic name of Purify then is Cleansing Blend. So that will be next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining me, and you guys have a great week. And hey, that's next year. Next Wednesday is next year. So I can say, I'll see you next year. All right. Have a great evening. Bye.